Welcome to Gaia's Love, a podcast of brief messages to help humanity bridge the gap to the new earth. My name is Vivienne Gerard. It is my delight to be a scribe for consciousness today, sharing the wisdom that flows through from Source. Here we go. Episode 31. It is a Wednesday here in Cincinnati, and it's a little cloudy, a little foggy. The sun's trying to come through, and everything feels very quiet and very anticipatory is the word that I hear. Like things are shifting, and we're not quite sure which direction everything's going, but we're anticipating what is coming. So, when I went for my run this morning, the first song that played as I started down my driveway when I pressed shuffle was By the Grace of God by Katy Perry. And I was listening to the words, and they said everything I'm feeling in this moment. So at the top of the first hill, I pushed play again, and I listened to the lyrics another time, and then again, one more time. And I realized in the process of listening, like this is the message, the podcast, the theme, the words for today. So I'm going to read the lyrics. It's Katy Perry, By the Grace of God. I'll put that in the description of the podcast also. My invitation is to find the music, listen to it on iTunes or YouTube or wherever you find your music. Listen to the song, close your eyes, allow yourself to feel the vibration of what she is sending out. She was way ahead of her time. That song was created, I believe, for moments like right now, when we're not quite sure what's happening next, but we choose to get up, we choose to choose love, we choose to just keep figuring it out and to stay in this beautiful journey of life. So I'll read the lyrics, and then I may or may not have more to say. We'll see. By the Grace of God, Katy Perry. Was 27, surviving my return to Saturn. A long vacation didn't sound so bad. Was full of secrets, locked up tight like iron melting. Running on empty, so out of gas. I thought I wasn't enough, and I wasn't so tough, laying on the bathroom floor. We were living on a fault line, and I felt the fault was all mine. I couldn't take it anymore. By the grace of God, there was no other way. I picked myself back up. I knew I had to stay. I put one foot in front of the other. I looked in the mirror, and I decided to stay. I wasn't going to let love take me out that way. I thank my sister for keeping my head above the water when the truth was like swallowing sand. Now, every morning, there is no more morning. I can finally see myself again. I know I am enough, possible to be loved. It was not about me. Now I have to rise above, let the universe call the bluff. Yep, the truth will set you free. By the grace of God, there was no other way. I picked myself back up. I knew I had to stay. I put one foot in front of the other. I looked in the mirror and decided to stay. I wasn't going to let love take me out. And then she ends it with, I'm not giving up. So why does this resonate so deeply today? I feel like we are always being offered the choice. Do we choose to wake up in the morning and believe the limitation, the lack, the fear, the density, the struggle that is all around us in every media channel, work environment, school, home, everywhere, communities, neighborhoods? Do we choose to believe in that? Or do we look in the mirror and see who we are and what we're here for? And we choose that truth. We choose to expand who we are and how we show up and how we love. And every day when we do that, when we step into that space and choose to stay, choose to be fully engaged in expanding ourselves, growing ourselves, healing ourselves and our relationships, that goes right out into the universe. It goes into the world first, and then that goes out into the universe. Everything, all consciousness expands. When we pick ourselves up off the floor, look in the mirror, and choose to stay. That's all she says. She chooses to stay. You don't have to have some master grand plan. You don't have to know what tomorrow's going to look like, or next month, or next year. We have no idea yet what the world will look like in 6 months or a year. We have no idea. It's all completely up to what we choose to create. So here you are in this moment. Look yourself in the mirror and choose to stay. And then see where today takes you. Do it again tomorrow. See where tomorrow takes you. Allow more. Create more. Be more. Love more. By the grace of God, there was no other way. I picked myself back up. I knew I had to stay. I put one foot in front of the other. I looked in the mirror and I decided to stay. Here's to love. Here's to love. Thank you for tuning in to today's vibration. Let's take this message of pure love out into all of our communities and continue expanding love here on Gaia. So much love from my heart to yours.